thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Lads, welcome back to Fusion YGO. Today, we are doing a pirate-themed deck profile. So, me mateys, hop aboard the Plunder Patrol, for we be going on an adventure. So let's set sail, hoist the colors, and let's ship out of the docks so we can show you some Plunder Patrol. All right, let's look at some pirates, lads. First, we have Whitebeard, the Plunder Patrol Helm. So this one allows you to, during your opponent's turn as a quick effect, you can special summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. And if you do, you equip it. And then the other cool effect is that this card is sent from the field, hand or field to the graveyard. You get to summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck. 3 copies of Bluebeard. Bluebeard is the extender. You are able to special summon him if you control a Plunder Patrol monster. And then if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can draw a card and then discard a card. Or discard a card and then draw a card. Golden Hair allows you to discard a Plunder Patrol monster from your hand to special summon it from the hand. And if it's in the graveyard, you can discard a card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon it. So this card plus Whitebeard creates a pretty interesting loop with Black Eyes that allows you to do a lot of really cool recursion. Speaking of which, we have 3 copies of Black Eyes. So Black Eyes, what it does is it targets a Plunder Patrol monster in the graveyard. It special summons him and then adds that monster to the hand. And then if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target a Plunder Patrol monster in your spell and trap card zone and special summon it. Pretty awesome. And then Redbeard is a 2-of because it doesn't really have an impactful effect outside of it's got the same primary effect as Whitebeard in terms of like you're able to summon a Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck. But this card equips to a monster when it's sent to the graveyard as part of material, or if this card is sent to the graveyard. Like so, if you summon like a Blackbeard with this as material, it'll attach itself. That's all it is. Then we got 3 copies of Shipyard. Shipyard is and 1 terraforming. So Shipyard allows you to discard a card to add a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to your hand. It just gives you another copy of whatever you need. And then the cool things about this card that really, like, it gives you 500 attack and defense, which is nice. But if it's in the graveyard, you can target a Plunder Patrol card in your spell and trap card zone. And if you do, you can return that target to the hand. And it sets this. So like what it'll do is like if you have a Redbeard in your spell and trap card zone, you can return that to the hand and then set your field spell, which is nice. And then to finish it off, you've got 1 copy of Booty. Booty just allows you to change the attributes of the monsters on the field so you're able to use your extra deck more efficiently. And that is it for the Plunders. Let's go ahead and jump in to the adventure. 3 copies of Water Enchantress of the Temple. Water Enchantress is just free discard fodder and lets you search out your Rite of Aramesir, which summons your token. Rite of Aramesir summons your token, and then you get to add Fateful Adventure. Fateful Adventure gets you into your Wandering Griffin Rider and your Draco back. You can also add Illegal Knight to this lineup and make it a 10th card. And it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's really helpful going second. You can make the argument to side it, you can make the argument to main it. It's kind of up to personal preference. I'm not running it, 1, because I don't have any yet. But 2, it's a preference. I like having the negation. I'd love this to go first. While I have things that can help me go second, I wanted to start it with going first. And then we'll copy a Foolish Burial to get Eldest online. So you've got 10 cards here to get your adventure going. Now that we've set off to sea, and we've gone on a grand adventure, we need to ensure that our adventure is safe and our crewmates are taken care of. So we're playing 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talents. This will allow us to either draw cards, or if we have everything we need, get rid of another card from our opponent's hand so they have less to work with, or steal one of their monsters if we're going second. Triple Tactics is Very nice. The other option you can do instead of triple tactics is 3 copies of Crossout Designator to protect your engine even more. It's kind of up to player preference. I went with triple tactics in this case, but the argument could be made for Crossout and you'd be not incorrect. A copy called by the grave to protect your lineup. And then hand traps. We're running 2 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Veiler, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, and 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. These are just the hand traps I like. I think they're all pretty high impact. I think Effect Veiler and Imperm are a little underrated this format, but you can play whatever you like, and if you want to play 3-ofs, you can play 3-ofs. I just like the variety. I think the variety helps me a lot more, and if I'm only going to run 8, then this is what I'm going to run. But if you're going to run 3-3-2, if that's what your hand trap lineup is going to look like, what I recommend is you go with 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and double Ogre. That's what I would recommend if I was you, if this is what your lineup is going to be, and you were going to cut anything, cut the Veilers to put a 3rd Ash and a 3rd Imperm. If that's what you desire, these are all high impact right now. That's going to do it for the main deck. Jumping in to the extra deck. It's going to be really fast. It's really simple. We have 3 copies of Blackbeard, the Plunder Patrol Captain. This card allows you to make, it does the same thing as Whitebeard and Redbeard, but it equips itself, which is part of it, but it also lets you draw a card, and it doesn't require a discard. Okay, so the next one is your Spell and Trap Negator, which is also your Plunder Patrol ship Lease. And Lease, you're running 3 of it, and then if this card is equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, you can add a Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to your hand, a Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand. Lease is really good. It does require a light in order to make it with the Blackbeard or the Redbeard or the Whitebeard. But Lease being able to negate spells and traps, really nice. Next up is your Spell and Trap Banisher in Bran. Bran is really good, but this one will search a Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand as well, and that's only when it's equipped. But it also boosts everything, all your other Fiend monsters by 500 attack, which is pretty nice. And you know, the banishing of the Spell and Trap can be big. 3 copies of Mork. Mork is really nice because it's a banishing monster, so it banishes a monster and then it searches for you as well. So all these searches are really nice. And then ways that you can turn Golden Hair into a pseudo 1-card combo: Salamander and Almirage. It's a free way to get Golden Hair into the graveyard to get into your Plunder Patrol plays. 1 copy of Geonator Transverser. This card's really good in niche scenarios, so you gotta play it. And then these last 2 spots are flex picks. This one I'm playing right now, but there are a couple of other things you could do. So right now it's Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome. Now, the other options are White Aura Dolphin and Dragite are really cool, or you could cut a Lease and a Morik, and you could play both of these plus the White Aura Dolphin and the Adamancipator Risen Dragonite. So you can do that and have just 2 different lines of play, just up to player preference. I'm going with this for now, but the White Aura Dolphin is crazy powerful. Moving along, side deck. Side deck is going to be 2 copies of DD Crow. Being able to banish things out of the graveyard can be very important. 2 copies of Nibiru. Nibiru, it's just really good in big explosive decks. 2 copies of Droll. Against the Advantage Despialist, this card's really crazy. Against Floanderies, it's really crazy, so gotta play it. And then for your spells in your side deck, we've got 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets and 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. This deals with back row exclusively. This is just one of the best board breakers in the game right now. And this card actually triggers your Plunder Patrol cards, so you're able to trigger Whitebeard off of sending it for a Forbidden Droplet. So you can negate a monster effect and get a body on board, and it doesn't do it. It doesn't mean anything to you. 2 copies of D-Barrier. It's D-Barrier. It's really good in this format. And 3 copies of Evenly Matched because it wins games. That's going to do it for our Plunder Patrol deck profile here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first take on the deck. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of learning of how the deck operates before I built it. I think this deck is super fun. So if you want to play like you're a pirate on the sea and you wish to feel like Luffy from One Piece, then this is the deck for you. And until next time, me mateys, a good fun.